Cymentricity training number 2, how to enhance your pictures. So what you're going to see next is Adobe Deluxe. It's software that's about 10 years old. This is how, maybe it's 12 years old. This is how I enhance my pictures. This is me, that's my daughter, that's my wife, and we're in my brother's house. But we're going to get a photo, and this is how I do it. And what I'll do is I'll pick a picture. They're black, you can't see anything, and I copy the name that it has. And the reason I do that is because it's going to change it to it's a JPEG file now, or a picture. It'll change it to a GIF file. And if I use the same number or name, because it's a different kind of file, I can use the same kind of name, and it helps me from getting everything all mixed up. And then I'll open it, and then I'll go to, now that's the picture. We've seen these before on videos. My invention's back here, but we're going to highlight this. So I'll go to Touch Up, resize it, and then I go to Adjust, Trim, Size, and then I have to click on 11 is the best one for resizing to see. Now I can do this on the fly when I'm making when I'm taking pictures. You see, I can have I have the computer hooked up to the camera, and then right away I can develop the pictures and see if all my settings and I'm pointing it right and whatever I need. So after I get it to this point, I go to Done, I go to Send, and then I send it to a GFI file. And so I need to export it, export to GFI format, and then I'll save it or paste the original number back in so that when I save it, it will be in the file. And click OK. Now close this. No. Done. Now that's the basic part. Now I'll look at the file. This is the one I just did. And the you can see kind of what it looks like differently with the fuzzy wuzzy. Now we'll try another one. I'll click out of this. I'll go back into Adobe, get photo, copy it. 21, I already did that one. So we'll go over to this one. My mouse isn't moving very good. Okay. I'll copy this. Oops. Maybe I didn't copy it. We'll find out. Sometimes you make mistakes along the way. I'll change it to 11. And click OK. Done. Send. Export. Now you got to see what I was talking about before in the videos. I got to do all these steps for all these pictures. And if you got hundreds of pictures, same to the same number, I don't know what it was. Well, I'll just change it to a 2, so it'll be different. I'll go down and look at it. This is the next one. It's basically about the same. Now I want to try an invention here. So let's do the static first. The static electricity, that ghost-like looking thing, 2195. All right, try and remember that. Here it is. What did that? Copy. Huh, I don't know. It's working okay now. For some reason it saw the same number. Yeah, I'll just replace it. That's okay. Oh, I grabbed the wrong picture maybe. Looks like I'm going to do this over. Well, we'll see what happened. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. It's well, 2195. Yeah, that looks right. Touch up. Okay, so that kind of, it shows how that did that. All right, next we'll try to, let's see, we'll do one of these experiments, but this way we're going to change the color. Okay, what we're going to do now is try and show you how to enhance the pictures by depth with this software. So I'm just going to click through it without talking. You can just kind of watch what I'm doing here. If I can find what I'm looking for. Here we go. Okay, now I'm where I want to be. So I resized the picture and then I blew it up again at 100%, so it'll be bigger. And I'll bring this all the way up to 100% on the contrast, and then you don't have to move it very much, just a little bit at a time. But once you get the setting, now you see that's going to show right here the top of the invention more. Now these are just little dots, yes, but when you watch it in a movie, you'll see these dots move around. You'll see the dots here move too. So you can kind of set the depth now. Now the dots are in yellow, but it depends on kind of what you want. And then you'll see the dots moving up and down here. Now, I do have videos of this, but I don't know. I made them in the wrong format, so I'll have to try and do it again. But this is giving you an idea, if you can find this kind of software, to be able to enhance these photographs. So you just change it ever so slightly. You see, I could just change the numbers by, You see, once I figure out what I want, let's say for example that's what I want, so I know the brightness is a plus 11 and contrast is plus 99, I could just enter it in by hand every time I just change a picture, so they're always the same. But just having this dial here gives you the ability to try and get it where you want first, but you just gotta move it just barely at a time, like maybe there, or see it's at 99, we bring it up to 100. That might look good, you know. So then you'll have to make all your pictures going through this process over and over and over, but you know, you get 50 pictures, 60 pictures, and then put it into a video and then or into a movie, and then when it looks pretty good being short, you can just duplicate it maybe 4 or 5 times, and you've got a 1-minute movie of showing how the Fuzzy Wuzzy will move around on whatever, whether it be the garage floor or my inventions, whatever. You might start seeing stuff that I never figured out. You know, what's a phone pole look like? Or I've kind of figured out the static electricity with the forget what they call it now, Vannegraaff, that generates static electricity. But anyhow, there's a huge variety of things you can do. Maybe the ice cream light bulb thing, maybe you can figure out, you can see the Fuzzy Wuzzy instead of just the Chucky balls, or there's so many, there's hundreds, there's thousands of different things you can check. So that might interest you, that might help in understanding this new science. So let's say, see how you get different depths out of it by me doing that. Oop, moved it too far. There, now. So say you like that, and we'll, you know, make 50 pictures. Click all the way through all the settings. Save it over and over and over. I have a tendency of thinking ahead of what I'm doing when I'm clicking on all these buttons that you have to click through it each time. So sometimes I get it mixed up and forget the sequence and have to start over. And so it's really, I constantly like to try and think ahead of what I need to do on other subjects, but you got to concentrate on what you're doing when you do something like this.